Walk with me. Turn your radio up. Let's go. Your money's talking. Are you listening? Your money's talking, so pay attention. Your money's talking with Steve Crawford. And it's the Steve Crawford Show. So let's go. Let's go indeed. Sports Bucks with Steve, giving you a shorter version of our show that airs every Saturday morning in KCAA radio station, the station that leaves no listeners behind and is podcast throughout the nation. This is especially for my Sports Bucks with Steve YouTube and Facebook page and all the folks that support us. Listen, we want to get right into these videos. This is going to be a short one. Just wanted to share. There's a lot of breaking news. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving are on the move, man. Is on the move. The NFL and the NBA, it's the NFL's week, but the NBA is snatching all the headlines. And right now, Trade City, bro, is happening all over the NBA. And so I want to talk about one of the big monumental things and one of the biggest monumental things that happened in sports in arguably 40 years. The King, LeBron James, has become the NBA's all-time leading scorer in the history of the game. Love him, like him, dislike him, whatever your thoughts are. And I know people have all kind of nicknames for him. The LeBron Stans, you know, some people refer to the LaFlops and the LaFrauds and whatever people want to refer to him as. And some people call him the GOAT. I'm not one of those people. But I do respect the fact that LeBron James has exceeded expectations from being the chosen one, which was actually first given to him by the GOAT, Michael Jordan. We're going to have that discussion, and I'm going to have receipts as we talk about that maybe next week, and would like for some of you folks to be able to give me your opinion on it and why you think, whatever you think, and we'll air that. But let's hear. Shaq asked LeBron James a magical question, and LeBron said it with his chest. So let's hear from what Shaq is asking LeBron James a question about the GOAT status, right? And where he felt he weighed in on this GOAT status. So let's check out what LeBron had to say.
I said at the beginning of the show, I wish that I would have had this moment, the chance to pass up Kareem. You now pass up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I know what my attitude would have been. Does this now make you the greatest player of all time? Are you now the GOAT?
I'm gonna let everybody else, decide who that is, or just talk about it. But it's great barbershop talk.
I want to hear you say it, Big fella. I want to hear you say it, Bron. Say it, bro.
Me personally,
say it with your chest, Bron.
I'm gonna take myself against anybody that's ever played this game. But everyone's gonna have their favorite. Everyone's gonna, decide who their favorite is. But I know what I've brought to the table. I know what I bring to the table every single night, and what I can do out on this floor. So. I always feel like I'm the best to ever play this game, but there's so many other great ones, and I'm happy to just be a part of their journey.
Happy to be a part of the journey, and say it with your chest, right? Say it with your chest. LeBron James, he's in, without question, in my opinion. Now he is definitely in the top 5. People can say whatever they want to say. When you start talking about top 5 greatest players, Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and you can go Wilt Chamberlain, you can go Bill Russell, you can go Magic Johnson. I think that's where you draw the distinction. And then people like Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Steph Curry, Oscar Robertson. The list goes on and on. Kevin Durant, and we're going to talk a little bit about Kevin Durant. But I also want to get into show real quickly the obviously the big celebration for LeBron James passing, Kareem in 40 years, 40 years has passed. Kareem held that scoring record since 1984. That's remarkable. But I want to hear from LeBron James and the celebration that took place at, they still call it the Staples Center. I don't know whatever they call it, but it's whatever they call the LA Center. Maybe it's named after some kind of cryptocurrency or whatever. But I want to hear from LeBron James, and and the crowd was obviously on hand. The stars were all out in a line. Everybody came out to see King James, and rightfully so. I mean, this kid coming out of high school he's lived up to his expectations. So let's listen to LeBron James and what he had to say, and what the fans and the videos and everything else had to say about him celebrating this momentous occasion.
2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James, probably the most anticipated debut of any first-year athlete in any sport. James first shot. The other way, there's your first James jam. LeBron James, youngest player to 10,000 points. Oh! LeBron James with no there it is, the quickest to 30,000. LeBron James, one of the all-time greats. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat. NBA championship belongs to the Los Angeles Lakers. All my damn respect. The legend of LeBron continues. LeBron James has passed Dominique Wilkins, Hakeem Olajuwon. James has passed Shaquille O'Neal. The mailman Karl Malone is now number 2 all-time in scoring.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, at center court, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is joined by the legend who has held the all-time scoring record since 1984, the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
A record that has stood for nearly 40 years, which Kareem, many people thought would never be broken. LeBron, you are the NBA's all-time scoring leader. Congratulations.
The new all-time scoring leader, number 6, LeBron James. The all-time leading scorer, you have witnessed it, LeBron James.
I just want to say thank you to the Laker faithful. You guys are one of a kind. To be able to be in the presence of such a legend and great as Kareem, it means so much to me. It's very humbling. Please give a standing ovation to the captain, please. To my beautiful wife, my daughter, my 2 boys, my friends, my boys, my family, my mother, everybody that's ever been a part of this run with me the last 20 years, 20 plus years. I just want to say I thank you so much, because I wouldn't be me without y'all. All y'all help, all y'all passion, all y'all sacrifices helped me get to this point. And to the NBA, to Adam Silver, to the late, great David Stern, I thank you guys so much for allowing me to be a part of something I've always dreamed about. And
He's always dreamed about, and kudos to LeBron James. Listen, I want to go real quickly also into as we celebrate LeBron James passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, obviously make note of the Lakers in their current situation. You know, they're 13th in the West, so there's got to be some level of hopefully. And there was some things about Anthony Davis after that when he was celebrating. Anthony Davis only ended up with 14 points that night and didn't cheer, wasn't happy. You know, LeBron talked. I think they talked later, and he had a video where he celebrated LeBron James's thing. And I'm not going to say what he was feeling or not. I'm not in his mind. I don't know what was going on, but I thought it was an interesting thing. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break. I'm gonna be right back because we gotta share some of our commercials and some of the folks that help us make this thing possible. But I want to come back with the rest of this segment we call Ball So Hard, to talk about Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. Then we're gonna get in a little bit of Inside the Red Zone, our full NFL edition. What I want to talk about in that, though, is a little bit different. It's not just that the Super Bowl is happening and the Chiefs versus the Eagles. We know about this history that's being made with Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts being the first African-American quarterbacks to face off. The Kelsey brothers, another big subplot to that. You know, Andy Reid faces his old Eagles team, Nick Sirianni, who was cut by Andy Reid. So there's a lot of subplots. These teams have the same record going into the Super Bowl. So there's a lot of things on the line in that one. But I also want to talk about something I saw from Roger Goodell about NFL refereeing. Flag on the play, bro. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. We'll be right back. Quick commercial. I'll be right back.
Are you looking for an affordable yet exceptional virtual healthcare solution for your workforce? Have you been thinking of a way to attract and keep a good team of employees? Well, your solution is here with My Virtual Docs. From virtual primary, urgent, and mental health care, a free and low-cost medicine formulary, and even pet care, My Virtual Docs has got everyone in the household covered. My Virtual Docs allows employers to provide employees and their families with convenient access to the care they need, on demand without having to miss valuable work time. Our strong network of providers and pharmacies means patients have unlimited access to their providers virtually with no copay, anywhere they can get online and have their medicines delivered right to their doorstep. By simply logging into their portal, patients can make appointments, visit with doctors, fill prescriptions, and more. And it keeps getting better. With the use of our smart app, Burn, your employees will be inspired to earn dollars while they burn calories. Who wouldn't want to get paid to go for a walk? Here at My Virtual Docs, we're committed to helping employers help employees and their families achieve optimal health and wellness with exceptional care at an affordable price. Visit myvirtualdocs.com for more details.
Is the cost of your meds giving you a headache? Prescription prices can vary significantly between pharmacies, but now you can save up to 80%. Simply download the RX Heroes mobile app, click Join Now to register, and then enter the promo code FOX to receive an additional 500 points just for signing up. RX Heroes offers rewards for shopping at your favorite retailers. Join the millions who save on their prescriptions. Download RX Heroes today on Apple App Store and Google Play.
Yo, Theory Entertainment.
Woo! Back.
Hey, yo. Devon presents
What's the scenario?
the show,
Young Steph.
After Party, the Hotel Lobby. Every day you go down, you gotta pick the scenario. Got to take it down, wherever you go. So
Sports Bucks with Steve, giving you everything you want, sometimes what you need. We're going to go right into it. Ball So Hard. Big breaking news obviously happened in the NBA. First cosmic shift, Kyrie Irving gets sent to the Mavericks. Bigger news, Kevin Durant, KD, the Durantula, has been traded to the Phoenix Suns. Let's check out this latest information that was brought to you courtesy of ESPN. Listen to this.
How did it happen? Kevin, after the Kyrie Irving trade last week, the conversations between Kevin Durant and Joe Tsai, the owner in Brooklyn, Sean Marks, their GM, they started to move toward the idea that if there was a deal that could be done in Phoenix, that Kevin Durant would certainly be open to it. and I think even eager for it. And Matt Ishbia, the new owner in Phoenix, who just was approved last week, he wanted to get Kevin Durant. They tried to do this deal without Mikal Bridges. That wasn't going to happen. And there was back and forth yesterday and then tonight. And there was a thought tonight that maybe they would carry this conversation over to tomorrow. The Suns were looking at some other trades out in the marketplace. But what got it done, Mikal Bridges in this deal, 4 unprotected first-round picks, a pick swap, all going back to the Nets for Kevin Durant. And just a remarkable deal for the Suns. Now they pair Kevin Durant with Devin Booker and certainly Chris Paul. And this is a team in the desert that certainly is going to have some immediate championship aspirations. And finally, the Brooklyn Nets, that great experiment, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, it is finally over. And this is an organization that is ready to hit the reset button. You know, they get back in the multiple picks here. But I think Matt Ishbia, the new owner in Phoenix, he wanted to come in and make a splash, and he's done it. Kevin Durant is a Phoenix Sun.
Kevin Durant is a Phoenix Sun. Matt Ishbia, the former college walk-on at Michigan State, won a national championship with Mateen Cleaves and the Michigan State Spartans, coached by legendary coach Tom Izzo, won the national championship back in the early 2000s, I believe it was, or prior to that. I can't remember the dates. But Michigan State Spartans, national champion, has made it big in the world of business, a Preps to Pros story. Hopefully we may get a chance to feature him one of these days. Billionaire now, has been very successful in mortgage business and private equity, and now he's the owner of the Phoenix Suns. I have another interview. I wanted to share this interview also where, well, I was going to show the one with Kyrie Irving, but I'm going to show the one what Kyrie Irving had to say about the trade. So let's see his reaction to this trade and what his first comments were. Watch this.
Tonight, could we start with our team first, and then could we start with questions with our team first, and then you guys can ask all the speculative questions that you want. Yeah, no, you good. Let's start with our team first, please.
What about your team? You look comfortable out there.
Yeah. No, just selfless basketball out there, playing the right way. I was telling the guys in the locker room, I just like how we didn't panic in those last 4 minutes. We stayed poised, and they made their runs, but we made everything tough. Just felt good to get this debut out of the way. Just been a long 96 hours, barely any sleep sometimes, and just packing my stuff. It was the first time I ever got traded in the middle of the season, so it's new for me. But I'm excited that I'm here, and just keep things rolling now.
One practice, why do you think it looks so smooth and so comfortable?
I think just our approach. We were going to make mistakes anyway tonight. So the first game, I just wanted to make sure, and I think my teammates wanted to make sure, the coaching staff wanted to make sure that just we didn't feel any pressure. And I think the most important thing that we stressed as a team was just don't force the ball to me. We talked about that as a squad where, we just want to play natural basketball. I always have to come to me. You could play off me. I could play off the ball. I can cut. So they're just getting used to playing with me and just seeing how many open shots I can create for them and the double teams that are coming. So our rotations are just getting better. And then I'm sure when number 77 gets back, it'll be even more enjoyable to see and play out there.
Kyrie, was the most obvious way that was represented was, you just for most of the game not taking the ball off the court?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I love playing off the ball. I love playing with the ball in my hands. When a few of my teammates can alleviate me of those duties, it feels good. Just getting to my spot and knowing that the defensive mentality of other teams is just be aggressive, get the ball out of my hands at times. So I was just trying to beat the traps and just make smart plays, smart decisions. Luckily, it went our way tonight.
What is your assessment of the team? You've seen it from afar. Now you're part of it.
Yeah, I've had nothing but good things to say, great things to say about the Dallas Mavericks, even when we played them early in the season. This is a well-coached team. They've had some success in the past, and this is a well-run organization. So for me, they just told me to just be myself and just come in and play basketball at a high level. So it's pretty easy.
My name is Polly Van Dam. I'm a mother and a musician, and I am.
So as we see what Kyrie Irving, his approach is all about his team. And as we can go and hear a little bit more about the video, I'm not gonna play a lot of this because Kyrie Irving they're asking him all these questions. But listen,
yeah, I know we're gonna get that question asked often. Just what can we accomplish, and I just want to take it one day at a time. That's all we can control, man. Just get everybody healthy, get everybody focused, and staying on course.
In regards to the transition to your new team, you played with some superstars before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to make the transition easier? And what do you think makes Luka different compared to other teams you have in the past?
Yeah, no, I just think Luka's been playing professionally for so long that he's seen almost every defense. When I was his age at 16 years old, I wasn't playing professionally. So his childhood of growing up within this professional game has been different than others. And to see his success at such a young age, I'm not really surprised, sort of say, because I know a lot of hard work goes on behind that. And for me to be a part of a team, his team, like it's just. It just makes sense, and it's just we can flow into things that I don't think we necessarily have to talk about. It's just being with another special player on the court and having fun out there. In terms of our team aspect and what we can build, the poise, that's most important. Just the poise. Just don't overthink anything and just have fun.
Talk about your leadership. Tonight it was obvious that you were in control out there. When Luka gets back, talk about that team leadership dynamic.
Yeah, no, I think it's just going to be spread out. But obviously, when Luka's in that first quarter, he leads the league in first quarter scoring. So we know he's going to be ultra aggressive. And throughout the game, I just try to, I don't want to say pace myself, but just try to read the game at a very high level and let the defense make mistakes first and then try to impose my will when needed. When we got a few possessions that were bad or a few turnovers, got a few post-ups, slowed the game down, and just waited for different options to open up. So
waiting for different options to open up. I'm not going to go longer into that interview. I think it goes for what it's, speaking for what it is in terms of the Kyrie impact on the Mavericks. I think Kyrie is happy for Kevin Durant in terms of where he's landed. He think it's going to be fun to get a chance to now match up with Kevin Durant, because they'll play the Phoenix Suns a few times this year, probably 4 times, I believe. They get a chance to play them at least 4 times a season, and him being now in the Western Conference, so they'll get a chance to match up and may see each other in the playoffs. So he's excited for him to be escaped from Brooklyn, right? It was like the old movie Escape from New York. So he's apparently, where Brooklyn at. It's not home of the Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant no more. So where Brooklyn at is a mosh posh of young talent and can't get right. And Ben Simmons, I don't know what his situation is, but he's the new can't get right. But Cam seems like he's ready for action. Kid's got a lot of young Kobe-ness to him. I interviewed young Cam Thomas years and years ago when we had a chance, when I was a part of the Pearl Reports. And Cam Thomas, he coming. I think I'll share that interview next week on the full show. But I did want to share one last bit of interview that I thought was an interesting back and forth take between Stephen A very well-known Kyrie Irving hater, instigator, who always has something negative to say about certain folks, and others he gives them such a pass because that's my friend. He's my friend, is what he likes to say. But with Kyrie Irving, not so much. But him and Jay Williams of the J. Will, Max, and Keyshawn show kind of had an interesting exchange. So check this out from their exchange. I thought it was a really passionate back and forth between these two guys that didn't, it was an interesting one to say the least. So watch what he had to say, courtesy of ESPN.
Daily News?
No, but
it's not going to happen.
We put a different kind of onus on our athletes than we do, and you made mention of that on your podcast.
I don't deny that.
Wait, so first off, I'm not the one.
I don't deny that.
I'm being sensitive.
I don't deny that.
But you're the one that seemed very emotional.
Oh my God!
And it's subject matter, Stephen.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm not sitting up here on national TV absolving Kyrie Irving of every decision. I'm not going back and recounting every decision. I'm just saying how it's interesting to me. It just carries such a bigger momentum, in particular with you, more so than anybody else.
Jay, you know what? What I would ask you is do me a favor. Stop telling us what you find interesting and just tell us what you feel.
No, my job is to be interesting.
You say, I find it interesting. You always say that. Say what you're saying. What are you saying?
What did I just say?
What are you saying?
It seemed, what am I saying? I just said what I'm saying, Stephen A.
Which is?
And I'm not allowed to say what I find interesting.
Of course you are.
But like, once again,
Of course, I invite you on the show to say what's interesting.
He thinks you're too preoccupied with Kyrie, too hard on Kyrie.
Did I mention Kyrie Irving last week before he demanded a trade? We were talking football. How many times have I mentioned Kyrie Irving over the last few weeks?
I don't seem to be the one being triggered right now.
Well, I'm always triggered.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
Okay.
I've seen you. I watch your show every day.
So what?
All right, are we talking about Kyrie or is this personal?
It seems personal.
I don't want it to be personal.
What seems personal?
It seems personal for you.
For me with Kyrie?
Yes.
You
1,000,000%.
You of all people with all the interest you have got the nerve to sit here in national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player? I don't lose no sleep.
I didn't say you lose sleep.
I don't lose any sleep over Kyrie.
I didn't say you lose sleep.
I'm passionate about the subjects I'm passionate about. I don't accuse you of getting personal when you take the
You have accused me of getting personal.
Oh my God.
You have, Stephen A.
Can I go on the court?
I'm gonna leave it.
Can I go on the court real quick? Because I'd like to. Because when we started off,
we both got a lot to say.
All right.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay,
Just say
guys,
it, Jay.
can I?
I'm not in here for that. I'm not in here for
Just say it, Jay.
I'm on your show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
We're all colleagues. We're all teammates. When we started off.
We're all colleagues. We're all teammates. Listen, Stephen A. Smith has done what he tends to do and go after certain folks, and he gives the lack of energy to others in terms of how he feels about them. So I'm going to go to a quick, well, I don't even call it a commercial break, but this is Coach's Corner, and I just got a quick financial tip for you guys that I want to share about tax-free retirement, and then we're going to wrap this thing on up. We know the Super Bowl was happening, and we kind of talked about it already. The officiating, Roger Goodell believes, has been at its best. It's at its all-time worst. I mean, just ask the 49ers, ask the Bengals, ask the Cowboys, ask around, man. It's been terrible. Ask the Jets. They've been screwed several times. I mean, you just look around the league. Even the Patriots are not getting the benefit of the doubt anymore. So it's just been bad officiating all around the NFL, and the NBA is not that far behind. So, but I want to go to Coach's Corner real quickly, and then we're going to wrap this show out, take it on home. This is our shorter version of the show that airs on the weekends, but this is a Coach's Corner tip from Steve Crawford, the retirement wealth coach. Check us out.
The money we save for retirement in a tax-deductible account like an IRA, 401k, 403b, or 457b, and the money we earn on those accounts is only tax-deferred. Every dollar we deduct now will be taxable later, and we will pay those taxes out of our monthly retirement income 10, 20, or 30 years from now when tax rates are likely to be much higher than they are today, which means that the advantage of tax deferral is only temporary. And as our account value grows, the tax liability grows as well. So it will cost us much more the longer we defer taxes and the more our money grows. For example, if we save $500 a month in a tax-deductible account for 30 years, that's a total of $180,000 on which we don't pay tax. And if our money grows at the rate of only 5% a year, we would accumulate almost $419,000 over 30 years without any taxation. And that $419,000 would allow us to withdraw almost $26,000 a year from a combination of principal and earnings over the next 30 years. That's a total of $780,000, but all of it is taxable. So we get a tax deduction on $180,000 over the first 30 years, but we pay taxes on $780,000 over the next 30 years. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? We're simply trading a small tax deduction while we're working for a much larger tax liability when we're retired. Wouldn't it make more sense to pay the tax on the $180,000 and take out the $780,000 tax-free? Of course it does. And you can with a little-known alternative to conventional retirement savings accounts provided by Internal Revenue Code Sections 101, 72, and 7702, known as a retirement insurance contract. In accordance with these three provisions of the tax code, a retirement insurance contract offers extraordinary tax advantages over other types of retirement savings plans. Because just like a tax-deferred retirement account, a retirement insurance contract also allows us to grow our money without annual taxation on our earnings. But unlike a tax-deferred retirement account, these plans also allow us to take our income during retirement tax-free. That's right, tax-free. Not tax-deferred, but tax-exempt, which can actually increase the income we get at retirement by as much as 30 to 40%. What's more, a retirement insurance contract also protects our money from investment losses, money management fees, and administrative charges. Interested? Then talk with a financial security professional.
So obviously, if you're interested, you would talk to me, Steve Crawford, a retirement wealth coach, and we would be able to help you. Listen, we're going to get ready to take this on home, but I want to share with you guys one other thing that in regards to this conversation about the greatest of all time and LeBron James passing certain numbers, which kudos and congratulations again to him. But I want to hear from someone who probably has a better understanding of the greatest of all times and what he believes, or what he thinks about what made him such a great player and what made him such a complete player, in my opinion, why people mention him as a killer instinct and mentality. Let's hear from the late, great Kobe Bryant about greatness and one-on-one and basketball at its purest. Listen to this.
Who beat you in one-on-one if it ever happened in practice?
No one. I'm not trying to be, but that's what I do. If there's going to be a player that beat me, he retired on that last shot in Utah in '98.
If there's going to be a player that's going to beat Kobe Bryant, he retired in 1998 on that last shot. So with that being said, every superhero needs his own theme song. And what we're going to do, we're going to get the money. Paul, we want to thank Fig Wealth Partners, My Virtual Docs, RX Heroes. Check them out. All your specialty and brand medications, they beat a lot of the good folks on pricing. Plus, there's rewards with that, by the way. Check out My Virtual Docs. Understand, mental health is a crisis right now. And My Virtual Docs offers a mental health package that's unlimited consultations and no copays with a pharmacy program and amongst other things as well. So if you want to sit down with the retirement wealth coach, Steve Crawford, for all of your retirement needs, the tax-free opportunity, the retirement insurance contract, let's talk about putting some of that money in a safer, better place that will grow. This is Wealth Coach, the retirement wealth coach, Steve Crawford, Masters of Business Administration, Amazon bestseller, Forbes award-winning author, but most importantly, a husband, a father, a man of God, and a person that you can actually reach out and touch if you need some help. We thank you for listening. We thank you for watching. This is Sports Bucks with Steve. Shout out to my man Ryan Rystar Young for the beat, the Wu-Tang Clan, Dipset for the inspiration. This is Sports Bucks.